本日はブライトンカレッジに訪問させていただいております。そして会長のNusaraさんにインタビューをさせていただきたいと思います。Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm pleased to have with me Nusara today and the chair of the director of board of governor at the Brighton College International School, Bangkok today.
Yes.
So please introduce yourself and tell us about your background.
Okay, my name is Nusara Banyatpiyaphod. I'm the chairperson of Hands Management, which is the owning company of Brighton College, both here at Banyatpiyaphod campus and also at the Vipawadi campus. We also have a sister school that is called St. Stephen's International School up in Khao Yai as well.
As the leader of Brighton College in Bangkok, how do you see the school and what are you most proud of?
I think first of all, I have to explain to you about what Brighton is all about. Okay. Brighton College in UK is one of the top co-ed school in UK. They have been receiving the awards from Independent School Awards that is called School of the Year. Right. Brighton has been receiving that award for over decades. So they are now being called School of the Decades.
Right.
In order to receive those awards, there are so many schools competing for this kind of prestigious award.
Right.
You have to also be good academically. You have to be good in terms of mentoring the pupils to become a good leaders in all aspects, not just academic, but all-round person, drama, music, sports, and everything. And I think because Brighton is such a great school in producing pupils to enter into Oxbridge. Majority of their students will have high A-level scoring. Exam results are excellent, and they can also then enter into great universities like Oxbridge or Ivy League. But that is the end result, which everyone is looking into. To me, I was very much impressed when I met Mr. Richard Keynes, who was the principal of Brighton College in UK. I had conversation with him and I found quite strange that a school in UK also believe in teaching their pupils Mandarin. It is required, and you could imagine school in UK with majority of their pupils being British, and then they are getting everyone to learn and speak Mandarin. It takes someone with a great vision into the future of how important the language like Mandarin is. He talks about leaders. He talks about teaching children to be leaders, which is similar to my belief, my father's belief. We are trying to teach our pupils to become a good leaders in the future. A good leaders that could be able to speak many languages, English, their mother tongue. If they are Japanese, they should be able to keep their Japanese fluently. If they are Thai, they should be able to speak Thai and communicate Thai, reading, writing Thai fluently. And they need to be able to communicate in other languages as many as they can, such as Mandarin, which is spoken by majority of the populations in the world. English as the general medium languages that we need to use, right? So I think it's important about teaching our pupils to become good leaders. You know, you have many leaders. Many are good, many are bad.
True.
You want them to be good leaders who have empathy, who have kind heart to help people. Not just that, like I said, the world is changing very fast. We want to try to teach our pupils to have logical thinking, critical thinking, creativities, and hopefully they will be the one that become the leaders in the future to help this world, making this world a better place for everyone to be. And it's the good leaders that could do that with the kind heart, culture of kindness, with curiosity, you know. And I think those kind of concepts appeals to us because you're not just bringing British education to Thailand, you're bringing education for the futures to make future leaders. And another thing is that Richard said, we don't want our students to become exactly the same. Each child is born different, and each person has different special ability. They have special interests. Sometimes some of them could be interested in art, some in drama, some in music, some could be in the core subjects. So Richard wanted to try to bring the best of each individual child so they become the best version of themselves rather than a copycat of somebody else. Like Richard used to say, if I'm like you, who is going to be me. So each person is different. At Brighton, they try to encourage every pupils to try everything and then choose what they like, choose what they're good at, and grow that part. But not just that, because we all as educators believe that a child will be a better and more capable if they do everything academically, sports, drama, music, and everything. But then at the end, they choose what they want to specialize in.
You open the door for them.
You have to open the door, not narrow from day one. You open a wider choice, and then you choose what you're good at and become your own version. Right? I like that kind of concept. And then I ask the students, why are you doing so well? Your grades, your exam results, your college acceptance are so good. And what the pupils at Brighton College in UK said is that, well, when our parents send us to school like this, we want to do our best. And they said, it's because the teacher. And why the teachers? Richard said that when he recruited the teachers, he looked for the teacher who could inspire the pupils to learn. It makes it more fun, exciting, curious about that. And once the pupil learns and they have a deep understanding, they will have confidence. So at Brighton College, they believe in curiosity, confidence, and culture of kindness. That's why I brought Brighton in.
Okay, amazing.
Yes.
Yeah. Also, we have one of the Japanese students in the year 13.
Yes, we have two right now.
Yes, we have
year
two.
13 and year 6. Yes.
And then the student in 13, he's a very academic, excellent.
Oh,
he went
yes.
to Brighton College in UK, and he see everything about UK system, and
Yes.
the family and the children are really, really surprised what it looks like. Yeah.
Yes.
So what is the Brighton College educational philosophy, and it is reflected in the curriculum?
Basically, at Brighton College, we believe in individualized learning for the pupil. We believe that each child is born different and they will have strengths and weaknesses. Like I said, we try to get them to try everything and then choose the area that they prefer, they're good at, and they enjoy and they like to become the best version of themselves. Definitely, our belief is that we want our pupils to be curious, have curiosities, questioning things around them. For example, why is the sky so blue? Why is the color different? The sky color is different in Western world, in Asian, in different parts of the world. And then when you questions, you have to have ability to find out the answer. Be curious, find out the answer, which is ability to learn by themselves. And at the end, we want them to have confidence. A good leader needs to have confidence. Confidence to speak in public, confidence to speak in many languages, but not to overconfidence, because you don't want them to be a glass full of water, believing that they know everything, right? Curiosity will help them to keep on learning. And I believe learning is throughout their life. So at Brighton College, regardless of being confident, you also need to have curiosity and keep on learning. And last but not least is the culture of kindness that we want all of our people to have empathy on other people, to have understanding on other people that perhaps are less fortunate than you, and to be able to help them and help the world to make this world a better place for everyone.
Also nowadays, especially in the Asian country, when we go to the university, most of the school, they only look at academic, or even so now in the Asia, like especially like Japan, Korea, or Thai as well, like academic is just very important, academic is everything. But now it has been changing, it's not only, as you said, all around, sports, drama, languages, they have to do all things to understand each other. And
I think research show that if you get pupils to try everything academically, physical development through sports, mental development, social development through singing, drama, music, and everything. That pupil will be even a better person academically. I believe the research show. And in real life, when you have different capability, you can sing the song, you can dance, you can, do the drama. This kind of thing helps you socializing, including sports. When you do sports when you're young, as you grow up, you start to realize that, hey, because I could play tennis or I could play golf, I could socialize with friends. Right? And physical development, mental developments, these are all go together at the same time. So at Brighton and at our school, we believe to teach our people to be a well all-round person and let them try everything. So having a growth mindset from young age to explore. Maybe you don't know whether you're good in sport if you haven't tried it.
True.
You might find out that you're gifted in sports now, right?
Yeah, especially for the younger age, they just say, I don't want to do, but if they see their friends are doing, they will follow.
Yes.
And they will discover their talent.
True. And it's important for the teachers to make it fun for the children, right? If they inspire children to learn, inspire children to enjoy and have fun in learning, they would want to come to school every day.
True. I agree. Yeah.
Yes.
I also see the early years, there's a lot of playground.
Yes, that is true. That attracts them to come and play.
To the school.
But they learn through playing.
Yeah, right.
You know, you have to understand that even young children, they learn and they play, you know, at the same time.
Right.
So you can see those playgrounds were, both of the playgrounds were designed to incorporate learning, socializing into that as well.
That's great.
Because young children need to learn how to develop motor skills, you know, jumping, running, you know, the world is not flat and safe for everyone. They have to be able to learn how to help themselves in the slopes and this and that. Yeah.
Especially in Thailand, the weather is so hot and we don't have opportunity to go outside that much. So if they do at the school, they will learn those skills and it will make them the confidence as well.
True.
So the Brighton College Bangkok had incredible successful over the last decades with some of the best examination in the result in Asia. And known for some students are getting a very prestigious university such as Imperial College or Cambridge. Also, the school was named British International School of the Year at the prestigious Independent School of the Year Award 2024. So how do you think this school will continue evolve?
I think as educators, the school need to improve itself all along. Okay. We need to be updated with the trend, technology, and how children learn. I think receiving that award is good. It makes us proud. But not just that, we need to continue to look for improvement in the school. I think perhaps we could be the school of the decades like Brighton College in UK, hopefully. That is a way to prove ourselves that we are recognized in high quality education, not just academic and non-academic as well. So we look for improvement. We are now expanding Brighton College to another campus. Will be open next August 2025.
That's really exciting. I also saw the pictures of the campuses. It's everything brand new and the whole things has been changing from.
We will have auditorium, gymnasium, soccer field, running track, etc. So it will provide all the facilities that is needed to inspire all of our pupils to be their best version of themselves.
It's really exciting. And the last question that I have is a lot of Japanese parents worry about, my child will be okay in the international school, English, they never learn English and how the school is going to support. They worry just so many things in general because they never experienced, What is the advice to those parents?
I think first of all, let's talk about why international school first. I think I do appreciate Japanese has a very strong culture and strong belief in Japanese language. But I think the world is so interconnected today. Everyone needs to be able to be a global, need to be able to work globally and be a global citizen. So ability to communicate in different languages like Thai or even English is very important. So don't be afraid to learn English while keeping your Japanese. I think many parents, including Thai and Japanese, probably will be afraid that sending their kids to international school, they will become too westernized. To me, I think it is so important for every child to try to keep their mother tongue language, their cultures, their manners that's aligned with their cultures rather than losing their cultures. They need to keep it while at the same time trying to learn and understand other people's culture, whether it's Western, Eastern. At a school like St. Stephen and including Brighton College, we still believe in East meets West, trying to bring the best of Western education and blend with what is good in the Eastern culture and languages as well. So we encourage whether they are Japanese, they should keep their Japanese language and culture. Don't lose it. That is so valuable. You know, if you lose your culture and your language, you will lose your own nation, right? So you need to keep that, and you need to appreciate your own cultures, right? Second, about ability to speak English when you come to international school, that is quite important. Many students were rejected at the admissions because of the language. So I would recommend to come at the early age. For example, we have Chinese applying to our school. They now come in at 3 or 4 year olds so that the school can help them learn English from a very young age. That would be easier path. But if not, if you're coming in a bit later on, the school will need to provide English support program for those particular child that still need English, because they need English to try to understand what is being taught in class. So that is quite important. Otherwise, you won't be able to catch up, particularly with Brighton College, which is highly academically demanding as well.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's obvious the result of the IGCS and the A level. It's quite amazing that those scores they've been keeping up and go to the university and all over the world. That's how they give them the access to do that.
True. But that's also through the help of Brighton College UK. They provide education counselor for us to help our senior students to plan their college entry.
Okay. So is anything else would you like to tell?
I'd like to add a little bit more that at Brighton College, we don't believe in teaching all separate subjects. A lot of time we blend many subjects together. For example, for the young children, if you want to teach math, science, geography or history, sometimes they choose the theme approach. For example, for the young child, they may choose Star Wars theme because it's so popular to young children, right? And the teacher will teach them. The teacher have to work together as a team to know that, okay, in math we are teaching them how to calculate the energy or the field that is needed to shoot the rockets. In science, you're talking about rockets will gradually fall back due to gravity, for example. You're teaching geography about different locations of colonies around, the universe, for example. At Brighton, Richard used to say that you can combine the subjects together to teach, and it makes it more fun for the children, theme-based approach. And you will realize in the business world today, when you go to a business school, MBA program, they teach you different subjects, right? Marketing, finance, accounting, etc. But at the end, when you come out to work in real world, you have to have ability to blend everything,
all of them.
link everything together in applying that to your business, right? So this is how it is taught at Brighton College here as well.
Right. That's great. It's totally different how I grown up. Like we are very traditional style and math, English, science, each subject. And when we go out there after the school, we don't realize it's combined. But since small age at the school, they learn everything connected, and they cannot imagine how much they learn when they go outside.
Right, because life is about applying all of these practical sense, and ability to learn throughout their life is so important as well.
What kind of Japanese family you want come to schools? And
well, I will encourage the Japanese family to come to visit the school first, because seeing is believing.
Right, true.
Doesn't matter what I say, if you don't see in real practice, you probably won't believe me anyway. So I do encourage them to come over. I think most of the Japanese expats in Thailand either can speak Thai or some English. Please come over and take a look and see. Come and walk around, you see how lucky the young generation today have chance to come to school like this. I wish I were born in this generation.
I agree.
I mean, when I was born, my school doesn't have anything close
Yeah,
to
they
this
have
at all.
everything here. Yeah.
Right. And it's fun to come to school.
I agree. All right. Okay, well, thank you so much for taking your time out of your day today.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you for coming to
All right,
visit us.
Thank you so much.